Hi guys, how are you doing? And welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about location information and applications who have access to that location information, and specifically on your mobile devices. A lot of applications on your mobile devices these days, they need access, or they make you believe that they need access to actually work. And from a technical or a functional perspective even, those applications shouldn't be needing access to your location information. A application like Candy Crush on your iPhone or on your mobile device, does it really need to have access to your location data in order for you to crush candies? I don't think so, right? Of course, there are applications like navigation applications. They will need access to location data because that's one of their primary functions, and it relies on the GPS information from your mobile device. But a lot of applications technically and functionally don't need that, but still they have it. Now, what happened is that these applications, the information they collect, that location information they collect from, and that's privacy related, right? Because they can have access to your location anytime. They know where you are. They know how often you're visiting some places, and that can be profiled and that can be used for you or against you. Now, this location information is being collected in the back end by large data brokers. And these data brokers, they had major breaches not so long ago. So this is one of the articles from TechCrunch, and the company Gravy Analytics, they are collecting location information for a lot of applications in the background. And chances are that you do have a application on your mobile device which is collecting that information and sending it to Gravy Analytics. And now they had a major data breach. That means that all that location information for all the users, they have been compromised, they have been leaked. Now they are available to hacker groups or even individuals or groups which will and can use that data against you. Another report from Malwarebytes in this case. Well, they are sharing some numbers here. As you can see here, the cyber criminals, they claim that they have stolen. There has been a breach, right? So the data has been stolen, and those cyber criminals, they claim to have stolen 17 terabytes of data, and they are threatening to publish that data. Now, location data is a major part of your privacy information, right? It is telling you, it is keeping track of where you are. It's keeping track on how often do you visit some place, and now you can be profiled based on that location data. So, and in my opinion, a lot of applications, again, they don't need to have access to location data. In order to function. Like I said, that example, if you're playing Candy Crush, if you're just taking notes on your device, if you're just creating music on your device, for example, those applications, they don't need to have access to your location data. Of course, that navigation app, yes. And then again, I would suggest strongly to think about the choices you make for applications. Like I said, there is no need for some applications to have access to location data in order to function. And that's a major problem in the way applications are being developed nowadays, and can have access to a lot of, privacy related information, camera access, microphone access, access to Wi-Fi, to profile which Wi-Fi networks are you using. And then, of course, location data. Where are you going? Where are you when you're using this application? It doesn't concern anyone. It's none of their business to collect the location data of applications and the way you are using it, right? But then again, you as a user need to be aware of this happening. And in this video, I will show you how you can get control back on how to be able to block access for applications to have access to that location information, right? We are going to do that. I'm going to use my iPhone as an example. It goes the same way for iPad, for the user interface, for iOS and iPad OS. And of course, on your Mac and your mobile device, other devices, the principle is the same. Try to find the settings and then block access for applications who actually don't need that access. Okay, let's go to the settings of your iPhone device, of course. Scroll down till you find the option privacy and security. Let's click on that. And now the top option, that's the option we are looking for. If we click on location services, we could turn off location services completely. That's the top option there. But that's not what we want to do. We want to go through the list of applications on my device, on your device, and then per application, check if it actually does need to have access to that location information. The ideal situation is that no application should have access to that location information. That would be the best option. Of course, then there is no functionality for a lot of apps on your device, right? So navigation apps, for example, they need to have access to your location data. But then if you have a application which needs access to location data, you have options, and make sure that you are aware of those options. Because, for example, if I go to the Apple Watch face, I can see that I can give it access for location information, but only when I'm using that app. And then there is another option there in the bottom as well that says precise location. That's a very important option, because a lot of applications, even if they need to have access to your location, right, they don't need that precise location information. I mean, if you're in a region and you want to look up the weather is perfectly fine for the spot you're on at the moment, but it will be the same weather like for 50 or 100 meters away, right? So turn off that precise location and give that weather application a rough estimate of where you are. And based on that rough estimate, it will be able to perfectly predict the weather in the location you are. It doesn't need to have access, pinpoint access down till the centimeters of where you're standing to give you that location information, right? So even if you need to share location information, make sure that you only share the precise location when it's needed. In most cases, it's not. There is another option here as well, and a lot of applications will give you that option also. So if you, for example, let's take the application Grab. Grab is a Uber-like application used in Asia primarily, so, and in the Middle East. So that's fine to have it installed here, but I don't want to give this application access to my location always. I only want to give it when I'm using it, right? So choose that option. And now another thing is, I will only enable location data for applications, for specific applications, for the time being that I'm using it, right? If I'm in Asia and I need to use that application, I will only enable this option while using the app option for this application when I want to order my cab, right? My taxi, I want to order it from the app. That's the moment I will go into settings and then enable the location information for that application. And that's it. When the cab arrives, it brings me to my hotel. I get into the hotel. I disable location information for that app because I don't trust the apps. And so should you never trust the brokers and the collectors of privacy related information. So again, be aware that this list exists on your mobile device. It exists on your iPad OS device, on your iPad, and it exists on all the computers and laptops you're using. You have to find it in the settings and make sure that you go through the list, disable location information for applications which don't need it, and for specific application, only enable it when you're using that application to get in control of which privacy related information you want to share with that application developer, that data broker. So I want you to do something for me. Pause the video right now and go over the list of applications and check every application if it has access to location information on your device. Does it actually need access to location information? Or can you just turn on the option that while you are using that application, it gets access to location information? Other than that, it is not allowed to use location information. That's the preferred option for like navigation apps or weather apps. That's perfectly, they can function perfectly fine even if they have that option turned on. Only give them access while you're using them. And a lot of applications just turn it off. That location information, they don't need it. And if you need a specific application like Grab or Uber, those are applications you only need in a specific time, right? Like you need to order a cab, enable the application to have access to location information, and when you're at your destiny, stop the application and block access to location information for that app. That's perfectly fine. And a lot of applications don't even need your precise location. I mean, a weather app don't need your precise location. It can be offset with a couple of 100 meters. The weather will not change within a couple of 100 meters, right? Let's be honest and let's be realistic there. So make sure that you are aware of this option. It is being collected by large data brokers. They are getting a lot of money out of it by selling your information, by selling your privacy related information. Let's stop giving them that information. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons below. And I'm also curious, how are you guys dealing with this? Well, I would say a major problem, a major privacy related problem. How are you guys dealing with it? Leave it in the comment section below, and maybe you have some insights, maybe you have some options and tips for other users of the community, and we can benefit from it all, right? So for now, take care and see you in the next video. Bye.